Kevin, despite the late defeats, do you still see signs of the gelling you mentioned last week?
Yeah, I think it was there for all to see. I thought we handled the ball, in possession a lot better than what we did, what we'd worked on all season. All week. And it's just unfortunate that we just give away three real sloppy goals on our behalf. We didn't really make Cambridge work hard enough for them goals, and all pretty straightforward. But we were in yesterday to watch the video to learn from it. And when we're playing and we played as well as what we did in possession to be, first half I thought we would look really solid and comfortable. I think, it didn't help the timing of the goal because it sort of puts everyone, or gets everyone a bit anxious. But I just thought, if we score that goal late on, or Kano misses, then I'd be sitting here smiling and talking about the two mistakes what we made instead of three. But that's football, and you've got to learn. But we can't feel sorry for ourselves because we've got two important games this week, and what we've got to do is learn from it and move on.
Is Middlesbrough away now probably a good game to clear the heads and go into a game as underdogs?
Yeah, I think what it does is that we're going to be, as you say, underdogs. We're going to go there with no real pressure on us, and hopefully enjoy it. We can use it as an exercise to see a few different things and see a couple of different things, and as well as changing a few personnel and getting people with good minutes behind them and under the belt, because they're going to be needed because we've got a lot of games coming up thick and fast.
I think every manager will make changes for the League Cup, but can players play their way into your league starting lineup, as it were, if they perform well against Middlesbrough?
Yeah, of course, yeah, certainly can, yeah, and I think it's a good, we're going to be taking a lot of youngsters with us as well, so it's a great experience for them to see, the Middlesbrough Stadium, Riverside, which is a fantastic stadium, and the pitch, and just get exposure to all that. So it's great, we've got a lot of young lads who are hopefully going to be better for it.
You played in the North East, so is it a game, Middlesbrough, that you have good memories of playing for Newcastle for?
Yeah, we had yeah, I enjoyed. I loved living up in the North East. It was a fantastic time and experience for me. So yeah, for me, it's I'm looking forward to going up there. Hopefully, giving a good account of ourselves, and who knows, maybe trying to sneak a cheeky win.
You talked at the weekend, I think, about maybe strengthening defensive-wise in the loan market. Is there any further news on that?
No, I think over these next few games, I think we'll sort of see if we do need to bring anybody in. We have Ben Hall, who's injured at the minute, so that's why Pierce Baird was on the bench at the weekend. But we've got high hopes for Pierce Baird, and as well as a number of the young lads. We sold one to Wolves a few days ago, which we the chairman done absolutely fantastically well to get the figures he did. We can't disclose them, but he worked his socks to try and keep the lad in the building. We all did, but we want to go and be in a Premier League team. We want to go and play in a Premier League club. So what we have to do then is try and look after us and see what the best deal we could. So we're hoping that we've got a group of youngsters which are going to start affecting our first team in the coming years, in the next couple of years I should say. But we've got a lot of them in and around us now at the minute. So yeah, you might see some of them getting exposed tomorrow and in the future as well. So not looking at anything else yet. It's just looking and concentrating on my squad.
Okay, that's enough.
Thank you.
Just on Kevin, were you surprised to lose him so early on, given he's only played probably a couple of games for you in pre-season?
Yeah, of course, and I think you've got to look at it. The Wolves are the Chinese owners, the lads Chinese. There was a lot of factors which went against us when we were trying to keep hold of Donda. And let me tell you, the boss, we did try and do our best to keep him. But when big clubs come calling, no matter what anyone says, we're a Caffrey club. They're a Premier League club, and it all sort of everything's in their favour basically. So if Donda wanted to go, he would have went. It was simple as that. What we had to do then is try and get the best deal for us and for the club so that we can move on. And it can happen with all our youngsters. And it's because when you're a Premier League club and you're a Cat 1 club, all the shall we say the bonuses are in their favour. It's all in their favour for them, and what we've got to try and do is, you know, when we have to lose a youngster, because it's inevitable that you do in the end, because they just take you to tribunal. But what we want to do is try and get good working relationships with all the top clubs, so that they come and they give us, you know, a real good offer, and then we can sort of use that money then to keep nurturing the talent coming through. It's unfortunate, because it would have been nice to have Donda around, and you know, and he's someone who we thought could affect the first team, but we've got a number of them. We've got a number of them who we feel who can, you know, who will get exposure throughout the season. But yeah, it's just unfortunate we've lost them so early. But you know, that's there's nothing else we could do, and that's the, you know, the brutal honesty of it. All the eggs are in you know, in the big boys basket, and with what we've got to do is try and fight and scrap for as much money as we possibly can to get off them, to sort of help us keep, you know, keep us trying to, you know, get our academy better and get, you know, better youth players in, so that people want to come here. You know, I know the boss was absolutely gutted to lose him, but you know, that's football, that's life, and you know, he's quickly learning about, you know, how much the big boys rule the roost when it comes down to things like that. So no matter what you can do or what you try and do, it's when the kid tells you where you want to go, they're going. So we've got to sort of look after ourselves after that.
Did you sit down with Donkey yourself and try and...
No, I mean, obviously he's only sort of worked with us for, you know, the last few weeks, you know, in terms of being on the bench and stuff, and worked with us. So but he had a good working relationship with our academy staff, so they were the ones mainly dealing with a lot of it with Donda. But you know, I think we were always, you know, we spoke about with the chairman quite a way back about, you know, giving Donda a contract and stuff like that, and that was obviously in the making, that or in the running. But you know, ultimately the kid wanted to go. You know, he wanted to go. You know, and the owners at Wolves, they wanted him, and when they want someone and they get him, because unfortunately, as I say, we're at the bottom of the kingdom, if you like, you know, and what we've got to do is just try and scrap our way to get up there as quickly as possible, so that we don't lose our best young ones. But inevitably, if top clubs come calling, then we're going to be, you know, that's what happens, you know, and nothing what we can do will stop that. Because ultimately, as a youngster, every player, you want to play at the top level. So you know, so they're going to get that. If they get that opportunity, they're going to want to take it.
Yeah. Does the system frustrate you in that
definitely,
respect, that the Premier League just seems to swoop in and that's it as soon as they can corner, you know?
Yeah, because if we reject it, then they can take us to tribunal, and then basically, you know, I think it's set at a certain amount for how many years they've been in the system or stuff like that. So it's set, you know, 100 grand, 50 grand, 70 grand. You know, what's that to a Premier League club, and they might have a real talent. What we've got to try and do is try and get them as much, or get as much as possible, so that we can, you know, they respect us. But yeah, it's difficult, and you know, the boss worked hours and tirelessly to get the best deal done for the club in the end, because we knew we were going to lose him no matter what, and so we had to go down that route, and I think the boss done really well in getting the deal he did.
I know, we spoke to you Saturday about the performance. I know the positives must have been going forward. You must have been, you know, when you're on reflection, when you look at the chances, Johnston I think had 2, Kane Hemmings had 1, North saw a free kick saved as well. Were they the positives that you could take from Saturday? Yeah,
I thought a lot of our in possession stuff was really good. You know, you could see that we'd worked hard on it during the week, and a lot of it come out. As I said, I think, you know, the pitches, once we get a bit of rain here and stuff, you'll hopefully see a bit more with a bit more zip on it, because I think the pitches dry out quite quickly at the minute with this unbelievable summer we're having. But yeah, I mean, I was pleased with a lot of aspects of our play. I thought first half we looked really solid. Whereas second half we sort of, you know, we weren't our usual selves out of possession, and that was the worrying thing for me. But looking back, you know, 3 sloppy goals we'll give away, and you know, that's not like us. You know, maybe one every now and then, but to give 3 goals away the way we did is really not us, and that's what I've been really hammering on to the players, that it's okay looking good on the eye and you know, creating all these chances, but we can't, you know, for all of how well we played, it took a NCO, you know, 30-yarder to put in the top corner, and then another you know, I think everyone forgets about how well we played up until he puts that in the top corner, and how well we kept possession and kept changing and swapping, and how patient we was. And then obviously the second one, what we scored was another good, and you know, off the training ground in set pieces and that. So when you get yourself back in at 2-2, you know, if Kano puts that in, I'm probably sitting here with a big smile on my face talking about, yeah, you know, but we've got to concentrate on them sloppy 2 goals what we can. But unfortunately, you know, we got a big bite, and what we've got to do now is react, and that's what I've told the lads. We can't feel sorry for ourselves, because we've got game after game coming, and what we've got to do now is get out there and put the wrongs right, and yeah, hopefully we'll see that in this, you know, next few games.
When they watched the video on Sunday, what was their verdict on it, or did they?
Yeah, I think a lot of them were disappointed. A lot of them come in after the game, you know, but I said it's okay putting your hands up when you know it's your fault. It's how you react to it and how you dig each other out, because you've got to get that mentality, or you've got to get a ruthlessness about you. And that's what we've been speaking about, you know, we've got to be ruthless in and out of possession, so when we get them chances, you know, we've got to put them in the back of the net, because the glorious chances, the great chances what we're creating, and when, you know, and when we're conceding goals, we've got to make them earn it and not gift them goals. And so yeah, I think they're the 2 what I'm going to be, you know, really concentrating on over the next few weeks, and hopefully, you know, we'll come out the other end. You know, to think that we're only two games in and everyone's already, you know, there's a big furor and big there's a lot of you know, people getting a bit anxious already. It just shows how different and how far football's coming now, you know. But listen, I've just got to make sure, like we did last year, we've got to keep level-headed. We've got to make sure that we just attack one game as it comes, and we've got to continue to believe in what we do. Because ultimately, if we do that and we keep believing and keep doing what we're doing, I believe we'll come out to the side of it.
I don't know, were you aware of it, of the previous goals that you Notts teams had conceded at Cambridge? I think, were you aware of them before? There's just something about that club just seems to.
I said as I was walking out after the game, I don't know what Notts' actual record's like there, but my record's awful as well. I think I've been there on pre-season twice and got absolutely slammed, so I was just thinking I'll get me out of this place on Saturday, especially because obviously with the way it all unfolded, I thought we played really well, and we, you know, if we would have come away with a 2-2, I think people would have been thinking Cambridge have been lucky to get a point against us, but to come away with nothing, it was just so infuriating and disappointing. But look, I'm not one for previous and this and that anyway, you know, but I did have a little giggle to myself at the end when I was saying I've never ever had a decent result here, and so hopefully that'll be the last time we go to Cambridge anyway.
In terms of Middlesbrough on Tuesday night, you said you would make changes, is that right? How much of a priority are the club competitions this year?
Well, I think we've got, listen, I think there's no, we've got a duty to make sure that all the squad's right and they've all got the fair chance, and this gives them a really big platform, if you like, or to make a name for themselves, or you know, if you're a youngster, you know, or to put yourself in my mind to be playing, you know. And so we will be using it, we will be rotating like we did last year, because we thought it worked very well. We got a lot of success, and the lads, you know, found it, you know, really good doing that. So we will be changing. There will be a good few changes tomorrow, but one's what we feel that will help the lads get to our first team quicker and get them exposure to minutes and competitive football. And also, because we've got a quick turnaround and we're playing Friday, you know, we've got to make sure that we manage who we play, how we play, and what we play, and what players don't go or do go. So yeah, there's been a lot of, you know, work gone in into the last 48 hours, and but one thing I will say is that everyone's going to get opportunities in the next few weeks, and it's up to them if they want to keep the shirt. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the team play and see how they go tomorrow. Because it's like we can take opportunities like this to look at different formations, look at lads, because we have got a lot of people who can fit into different shapes and formations, and units. So yeah, I'm looking forward to another game, and hopefully we'll go there and give a good account of ourselves.
How do you think Middlesbrough approach it? Do you think they will send out a strong team, or do you think? I mean, because
no matter what they send out, they're going to be a strong side, because Tony's got he's collecting a real good squad there now, and does what he does best, and they've played really well in the games, doing really well in the league. I think their priority is going to be to get to the Premiership. So I'm sure he's going to make changes on Tuesday to give the lads who have not been playing regularly some minutes, as well as give them an opportunity to get themselves in his plans. So I'm hoping that he does make 11 changes, and then they're not quite used to playing with each other, so that we get a sort of disjointed Middlesbrough more than the ones what we've been watching on the video. Where they've looked really solid, looked really good, and look like a team who's going to be up there, and because it is Tony, I'm really looking forward to just trying to pick his brains after the game, see what he does, how he does it, all little things which will hopefully help me develop as a manager and as a person. But yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to going against him and hopefully giving a good account of myself as well as ourselves.
NJ Baldwin, great goal on Saturday. What do you think that will do for his confidence? Because I suppose when you come into a new club and there's a lot of expectancy on your shoulders, to score a goal like that, some way to break the duck, isn't it?
Yeah, not half. Yeah, what a goal it was. He's been fine too for I've heard that first because he celebrated with me. So the lads, yeah. So the lads have got into him for celebrating with me apparently. But I feel sorry for him because I sort of pulled him in. I don't think he wanted to. So I might go arse with him. I don't know yet. But yeah, listen, I've been delighted with the way the lads have all settled in. But what a goal to start off your career at a new club. I think there's still a lot more to come from him. I think we haven't seen him full tilt yet, but that's the exciting thing. I think there's a lot of players who we haven't seen. I thought Kane Emmons was absolutely fantastic, but you can see he's not had the minutes in the pre-season. That's why he's going down with cramp the last 5-10 minutes. Same with Christian Dennis. He hasn't had the exposure to minutes at the minute. So we've got to make sure that we don't just throw these right into the or throw them right into the deep end, and we lose them for weeks and weeks, and that's why we've got to slowly build them. That's why Christian's been on the bench and stuff like that. Same with Kells, he only had a first full week. So yeah, all this is going on in behind the scenes and crazy, and I know that fans want to see these lads right away, but we've got to make sure that we do the best for them. The same with Ben Hall. We've got a duty to Brighton. At the minute he's just having a few problems with his groins, but we've got a duty to Brighton to make sure that that doesn't get any worse, and so that's why he hasn't been he wasn't on the bench at the weekend, and we've got to sort of wrap him up in cotton wool, because we want to build relationships with all these top clubs so that we can get more players in the future if need be, and you get good relationships then. So yeah, I mean we've just got to be careful with a few players at the minute. But yeah, I'm really excited for what we're seeing on the training ground, and hopefully we can keep developing and getting better as a team.
Could we see the likes of Christian and Kells perhaps start? I mean, I don't want to give it too much away, but could we see them start, because it does?
Andy Keller will start, yeah. Christian Dennis won't.
Right. Okay. Oh, I didn't give me more. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. Completely thrown me. Don't use him over giving 2 minutes. Yeah, fine, that's brilliant, mate.
Okay.